Sir, welcome again. So, in the first segment, we spoke, you beautifully explained with your presentation about the basic fundamentals of Jyotish, which is very important, and it is keep missing in the mundane astrology. So, I think it itself was a kind of a crash course. With your slides, one can learn a lot. So, sir, coming to the next segment, I wanted to learn from you. We wanted to learn from you how to find the strength of the planets and how we can differentiate that, how the kinetic energy, which you explained in the first segment, how it is working with the other planets. So, sir, can you teach us more on that?
Sure, sure. So let's share the slide now.
Yes, sir.
As you have asked about the strength of the planets.
Yes, sir.
Now, the first question I put is, what is the need of the strength of the planets?
Right, right. Yeah, what is the need?
Actually, we know that we have got basically the 7 planets
Right.
plus 2 Rahu and Ketu. They are the path deciders.
Right.
They are not actually the planets, but they represent our passions and discharge path of our life.
Right.
So 7 planets are there. You just imagine these planets as a tiny batteries.
Okay.
These are installed in our body. Tiny batteries are there. Now, the ampere hour of these batteries, that is strength. Strength means the ampere hour of the battery. So this has been allotted by our past karma.
Right, sir.
That is fixed.
Right.
Now, this battery is not capable of running the whole life of 70, 80 years or so.
Right.
So it requires a charging like mobile.
Right. Right.
So if you want to charge it, is there any charger?
Right.
Yes. Our sun is a universal charger. For this, I have written a great article, a very lengthy article.
I have read it. I have read it, sir.
Universal charger.
Right.
So sun is our universe. Sun moves on the horoscope every house 1 month.
Right. Right.
Every sign 1 month.
Yeah.
And it charges those batteries. It charges those batteries. But how much it will charge? This charger has got capacity different for everyone. Because everyone has got different sun. So how much you can charge yourself depends on your sun.
Amazing.
If your charger is good, then only you can charge. Right. So the basic things comes, the charger's strength denoted by sun. Sun is the basic charger strength. So if your sun is good, no problem. You can charge many times.
Sir, if you don't mind, I'm interrupting you. I know. I'm really sorry, sir.
Sure.
Many of the viewers, when you say when your sun is strong, so sun in Libra can also be strong. We can say that.
Yes. Yeah. This debilitation and exhalation is the stages of the sun. Suppose this is just like a sine wave moving like this.
Right.
And it is on the top, it is on the Aries.
Right.
When it is on the down, it is a Libra, because exhalation and debilitation have got 180-degree difference. So now this debilitation means, Libra sun means that we have to do much effort for the rise. That is the only meaning. Right. Don't go that now what is the reason? In the Libra, sun is in the control of house controller Venus. So the person is indulged in the luxury, indulged towards the materialism. He has to come out. He has to adopt the basic needs. Right. Then definitely he will rise very quickly, because basic need house is second. And second is the house as analogous to Taurus. That is Venus. Venus has got two houses. In the seventh, it is submerged in the luxury. And in second, it is submerged only in the basic needs. And on the medical terms, you see, second house is our this part. And seventh house is our generative organ. Pleasure deriving out of these things. Triple W, wine, woman, and wealth. This is the function of Libra. So if you have seen the sun in a Libra rising, most of the persons are very sexually oriented, and they are more submerged here. There other factors decide. I am not analyzing this thing. So definitely we can improve.
Because the reason why I asked you and I interrupted you here, sir, because many of the people who have sun in Libra get frightened that I have sun in debilitated, our life going to be hell. It is nothing like that.
Those persons have to control their passions for the luxury. That is the only thing. This will improve. No stone required, nothing required, no ruby, nothing, and nothing required.
Thank you for saying this.
Now we come to the planets. So sun is charging each and every planet. And as we have seen that in any event, all planets play a role. So there is a contribution of all planets on every house. So what is the strength? Total strength of any planet is same. Fixed. But how it is distributed on your houses is different. And for that, how to judge a planet, we have to see there are 9 points that I check. And I'll explain with an example. How to check one planet in a horoscope, and 9 points you have to consider. Then in such a way, 7 planets, 63 points, and who checks these things? Now I'm giving a glimpse here. First, we have to see the planet, the house. House means what you will do. What activities you will do is denoted by the house. And sign denotes how you will do, the manner of doing. For example, if sun is in the second house, it is house of the wealth or family. Correct? Now, suppose sign is there Gemini. This means the person will be very communicative in matters of the wealth or family. And suppose that the sign is Virgo. This means he will be creating the conflicts in the family. So yes, Virgo is a sign of conflict. So, and other sign, suppose their sun in the second and it is in the Leo. Then the person will be royal and he will be longing for the branded things. Branded clothes he requires, branded food he will require. So such are the things that sign denotes the manner of working, house knows what you will do. Then second point is the lordship. Lordship means if planet is sitting in a house, he is tenant. He is tenant. And tenant has to pay the tax, rent. Tenant has to pay the rent. So he will act according to the lord of that house.
Landlord,
But, landlord. But lordship means, suppose sun is there, then where is the Leo? From there it has come. From his own house, he has moved to this house. How far he has moved this house? Whether he is comfortable here or not. So this movement from his own house. Just if you have gone just in the neighborhood, okay. If you have go too far away, then it is very difficult for you. Then the third is the hemming. Who are your neighbors? Hemming means a house and the neighbors. These are houses prior and houses next. Who are your neighbors? So if neighbors are good, you are good. If neighbors are bad, then it will become difficult. So this is called hemming. This is a two types, a Pap Kartari and Shubh Kartari. Means if your benefic, your friendly are there, very good. On one side friendly, another side this malefic, then sign I have explained. Then the conjunction. Conjunction means who is sitting with you, who is your associate.
Right. Right.
जिसकी संगत में आप बैठे हैं, who is in your whose company you are having.
Right.
So there is a difference in the company. Right. If he is your friend, okay. If he is your enemy, then be aware. Yeah. Then sun and any planet has got its own traits. Right. You cannot ignore them.
Yeah, the basic functioning of every planet is different.
Yeah. And then aspect. Aspect means who is looking. It is just like a cricket match is going on and the cheering persons, right, hooting or cheering. A person who is your friendly, he will cheer you. A person who is hooting enemy, he will hoot you. Right. This means malefic aspect is hooter and benefic aspect is your cheering, chairperson.
Very logical. Very logical again.
And then we come the 3 layers. It is all above. And now what is there? This is all visible. Right. But nakshatra, I have not gone. Right. But it is, nakshatra is the branch, stem, and pada is the root.
Roots. Okay.
Through which the soil you are taking the juice. So nakshatra and pada, first is the sign, then nakshatra and then pada. There are 3 things. What is the relationship between these 3? Right. And we have to see at least for the ascendant, sun and moon. Then you can know your body, your mind and your soul.
Right.
So,
sir, this slide also tells me at least that Jyotish is not everyone's cup of tea. It is not that easy. So
no. Yeah, actually, it requires dedication. Right. Yeah, and first of all, who can learn the Jyotish properly, right, is seen by the Mercury. Mercury sign, Mercury nakshatra. Nakshatra tells everything. Right. Mercury nakshatra will tell you, and its pada will tell you how far and in the manner you can learn. Suppose the Mercury is in your Taurus sign.
Earthy sign.
What happens? Those children who have got Mercury in the Taurus. Right. Taurus means he is a practical. Taurus is practical like a bull. He will sit at one place for hours and hours, and he will study that thing.
100%.
And what will be the manner of study? What should be the manner of study rather? The manner of study of such students should be a model, clay model or a picture. You teach them by a picture or model. They will learn quickly. They will learn quickly. Right. Now, for example, out of a text, I am letting, actually, I can't stop myself when I speak.
No, sir, it becomes, I'm loving it. Because these tidbits are very, very interesting, logical, and very important to get.
Now, suppose any person who has a student, basically I am hinting for the students who have got Mercury in Gemini. Right. Now, what will happen? Don't ask them to sit at one place and study. Because Gemini is just like a flying bird. From this branch to this branch, from this branch to this branch. Those students will love to study by moving in a room, sitting at bed, and then coming on the chair, then taking this thing in hand. Then they will be having 2 things, a pen in a hand, right, pen in a hand, and writing this thing. Right. So these persons should not be, then after a little time, they will move out and come back again. So this is the pattern of their study, and the parents who are scolding them, you are not sitting and you are not studying, you are spoiling your child. So how you should manage your children for the study, that is very well denoted by the Mercury.
So, sir, you were absolutely right in the first segment that Mercury itself is a very big subject in order to discuss then.
Yes, Mercury is the basically, I have written many articles on Mercury,
yes.
But now it becomes very difficult for me to write down everything because
maybe in future, sir, we can record a separate section only on Mercury.
Okay, then we'll see it as the time permits us. Right. So now we take a example of this thing.
Please.
And by this example, we will try to explain how to check the strength and how to see the analyze the
planetary strength. Yes.
Yes.
Now you have also taken the Sarvashtava.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, there have been not many methods, and many years I have studied over all these methods, Shadbal and other things, exhalation, debilitation, and other things. But I found 90% accuracy in this Sarvashtaka. Astak Varga. Okay. Astak Varga is the best tool, though it was designed for the transit effects.
Right.
But I use them to find out the strength very accurately. Wow. Very accurately. I'll show the manner.
Yes, sir.
Now, this is a chart of a person with a Sagittarius ascendant. Rahu and Ketu are here. Mars in the 3rd house. Jupiter exalted in the 4th, the 8th house. Moon in the 9th. Venus and Saturn in the 11th. And Mercury and Sun in 12th. This is the house. Now, one glimpse, I say, not in a detail I will go.
Yes.
Rahu and Ketu axis, I check the first.
Right.
Now, Rahu is the first and Ketu is in the 7th. Right. This means his whole life passion is around self and partnership. Yeah. Self and partnership. Now, who will fulfill the desire of the self? Rahu is not a planet. Rahu is having no lordship of any house or sign.
Right.
So, who is the controller of the Rahu? And Amanji, who is the controller of the Rahu?
Saturn.
Who will control Rahu?
Saturn, Jupiter.
Yes, the dispositor.
Yeah.
Yes, Rahu is a tenant. House lord will control.
Yeah, the landlord.
Jupiter will control the.
Right.
And Jupiter is exalted in the 8th house.
And retrograde.
He will control to the maximum with great luck from the past, because Jupiter is indicator of luck of the past. Debit card hai hamara. It is our debit card of the past.
Right.
The bank balance that is there. So this is there. Now Ketu is our discharge path. Here you have to discharge your karma. It is just like a discharge of a stool like this. Whenever Ketu is connected with the Mars, there is a spark.
Yeah.
And discharge occurs. And most of the surgeries are carried out if Mars and Ketu are linked to the 8th house. The reason is Mars is knife and Ketu is scissor, needle.
Right.
To stitch. So these two are required in this surgery, knife and stitching. So this is the logic behind that. Yeah. So many professions I have included for Ketu. People say Saturn and Ketu, he will not do any work. Ketu is reluctant and something, nothing like that. There are many things.
Just yesterday, I did one consultation of Saturn Ketu together, and she's the head on a India level for education.
Yes. Why? Ketu has been given in the text also. That is Dhwaja, flag, hosted on the top of the floor. Saturn and Ketu takes away to the height. In the olden days, Matha, in the ashrams, this flag was hoisted. Right. This is the Ketu.
And that was also in Gemini. Your chart also says Gemini, so quite a coincidence.
Yeah. So anyway, we come to this. Now, our purpose is only to show one planet and its strength, how we can find. And on that basis, you can go with other planets.
Right.
Okay?
Right, sir.
Now, the first of all, I take the sun. What is sun? Sun is our base station, our power station.
Power station.
Yeah. Power station, the command is given from this point.
Right.
Where is the command? 12th house. 12th house is a house of isolation or silence zone.
Right.
It is the house, in words we say, khud ko khud ki khabar nahi. We don't have, we lose ourself. We lose ourself. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah,
what is we lose ourselves? In sadhana, we lose ourselves. Yeah. In sex also, we lose ourselves. Yeah. Yeah. And other is imprisoned within a limited capacity, limited area. Yeah. So limited area, it can be hospital, yeah. It can be ashram, yeah. It can be a sadhana kaksh, yeah. And imagination, it can be a poetry, shairi and other things. So whatever has to be done, that is isolation and the backyard, right. Not coming to the public.
Jay.
So all defense and research laboratories, they are having a good scientific planets in 12th house. So they do work in the defense labs. Right. So this is the natural traits of this. Right. Now this is the house of isolation. This means the sun means where you want to retreat. Soul, you always want to retreat to the soul. The purpose is the covering of your karma is there. When covering is lost, you will return to your soul.
Right.
So this means your first and very impetus is to return to this place. This means isolation and sadhana kaksha. This is your return path. Now see the lordship. Lordship is of the 9th house. Yeah. 9th house is Lord is Sun in the 12th. 9th house is a dharmic house. This means here he will be not involved in the sex and other things, but in a dharmic activities. How these are segregated one by one? Because 12th house represents thousands of things. Now Lordship cuts out one portfolio. It cuts out.
Bilkul. Ji.
And it is a higher education. 9th is a higher education. It denotes the father. It denotes the luck. These are the few activities where you will be much involved. Much involved. Now see who are the neighbors.
Ji.
One neighbor is Rahu, another is Saturn.
Saturn and Venus.
Yes. Now the people will try to say Rahu, Saturn pressed, too malefic, what will happen? Now you see what these planets are doing. Rahu is good because his dispositor is Jupiter. And Jupiter is aspecting this sun. Yeah. Rahu, one neighbor is good. This means this Rahu represents your body first house. Body will be protected from all evils.
Right.
Now, what is Saturn? Saturn is exalted. It will give much wealth and anything. But Saturn is exalted and it is 6 to 6. That is, it will provide a high-ordered disease. High-ordered disease.
Right.
Now, disease or some sudden event is there.
Right.
He will be protected. We have seen this Rahu is protected. General look at these will be Rahu and Saturn flanked between these, and he will be having miserable life. It is written in the text also, miserable life. Right. But not analyzed what Rahu will do and what this Saturn will do.
Right.
We have to see further. Now, this means this is the. Now, sign is 8. 8 sign means a sudden event invitation.
Yeah.
Invitation for sudden event. And 8 is the our inner eye. Outer eye is the second, and 8th is inner eye. जो अंतर्दृष्टि, अंदर जो देखते हैं, that is inner eye. He has got a surveillance camera. Inner eye is like a surveillance camera.
And that too I can see, sir, it is in Jyeshta Nakshatra, which is like 1,000 eyes inside and outside.
Yeah, in Nakshatra you will find this is the inner eye. So this means sudden event will be in his life definitely. And he is a very inner eye, you can say intuition or other things he can have. Right. Now conjunction. Who is in the company? Mercury. Mercury is the friend. Friend is there. But Mercury will be doing what? Mercury will be supporting this sun in the matters of Lord of 7th and Lord of 10th. This means her spouse and her profession. He will be assisted by the spouse and profession. Now, traits of the sun, you know, it is a power station. I am a king here. Right. And this person got a major accident 2 times. Okay. In one time, he was in a major accident carried out, and he was in the coma for 44 days. Wow. On 20th day, his brother consulted me. Yeah. And doctors have told him that he won't survive. So how long we can put him on ventilator? Because it is a very expensive matter also. Yeah. So I took nearly 2 days to analyze this totally. And in one horoscope, you can't go, at least 3 hours are needed at this stage for me. Yes, sir. So absolutely. I told him he will survive, no problem, but he will have permanent disability of 1 leg and 1 arm. 1 leg. And on 44th day, he got live, he came in senses, and he got paralysis of 1 limb and 1 hand. And now he is recovering, but complete recovery not possible, but he is alive.
Sir, but I'm curious to know, as a student, how did you manage to come to that prediction? Because many of the other students will also be curious.
Actually, you see, Jupiter here.
Ji, sir.
Exalted Jupiter has got a good bank balance. Right. And he is aspecting this.
12th house.
And this is your ICU. Right. 6th house is OPD, 8th is surgery, and 12th is ICU.
ICU. Yes. Yes.
So here is ICU. Jupiter, as long as Jupiter is saying, now Jupiter Dasha was running. Antar was Jupiter running that time. Okay. And transit also Jupiter was affecting this thing. Okay. So that's why not only on this basis, but on the transit and Dasha also, I found this thing. So anyway, so this is the story of this person. Right. And now coming to the basic things, that 3-layer system. Right. You see that ascendant is Sagittarius. Then ascendant has got Purvashadha, right, Nakshatra, that is ruled by the Venus. Right. And is Pada, that is Libra. Libra is the Pada. So this means one side it is Jupiter and Venus is then, and then another side again Venus. So there is no much problem with the ascendant. So this means the body is okay.
Well, body is a very good way to look at the ascendant. Something very new to me.
Yes, definitely. I normally take the things first to see how this nakshatra and pada are affecting. So this way you can see other planets also, moon and all. So this is the process to know this thing.
Sir, now, sir, yes, sir. Please continue.
Yes, you can ask, no problem.
I have a question, sir. So out of all these planets, which we can see on your slide, if you have to pick, I know all planets are important in order to play their role, in order to play their part on our karmas or on our soul path. But if you want to choose which is the most strongest planet in this particular chart.
Yes, I am coming to the strength.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I am coming. This is your Sarvastaka.
Right.
And these are the Bhinnastaka of all planets.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now, as far as the body is concerned, three things you have to check: body, mind, and soul.
Soul.
Definitely. For the body, you see sun has got 3 points.
3 points.
First house.
Right.
Moon has got 3. Mercury has got 3. But Jupiter has got 6 points. So Jupiter is strongest for your body.
Okay.
Don't go for which one planet, because every planet is contributing points to all houses.
Right.
So if you want to see the matters of the body, then Jupiter is your strongest planet. Jupiter is your strongest planet. Now you want to go for the karma and profession.
Right.
Then you take the 10th house. 10th house I got 32 points, and the distribution is 7 point is Jupiter.
Again,
so Jupiter is again
playing a big role
for the profession. Okay. So take one profile.
Okay. Okay.
If I say the Jupiter is strongest, and many people will say strongest because Jupiter is exalted, but will be hesitant to say it's in the 8th house and this thing.
Right.
Sagittarius ascendant, Jupiter in 8th house nearly always gives accident. The reason is behind that. I'll tell you later on.
Right.
So, this way, now for the marriage purpose or for harmony purpose, you see 28 points are there. Right. Now, where he has got the maximum points, Moon and Saturn. These two have got the maximum influence on the marriage. Saturn influence in the Bhinnastaka on the 7th house shows your working spouse.
Okay.
Now there is a logic behind everything.
Right.
Moon in the 5th house means the support of mother. Support of mother in the matter of marriage or partnership.
Very interesting, sir.
These Sarvastak, then there comes a Bhinnastak. Bhinnastak, this Prastak I take to find out the event timing. Okay. Now for this, suppose when this event, every planet, this is the sun. Sun has got these, there are 8 kakshas. So I don't go in the detail for that now, because it is very, because 30 divided in 8 part, and that is a, Sarvastak is a big topic, but it is used to find out the timing, exact timing
of the event.
This and transit, both involved, and you can be very accurate up to 15 days time. Within 15 days time, you can be very accurate to the event.
Right.
By this. So, any query, Amanji?
No, sir. Beautifully, sir, you have explained. I do have questions, but we can cover those up in the later segments. But this was amazing. Because the thing is, the logic which you have put behind every insight was very fascinating to me. And I'm sure even the viewers, those who already know you, they're going to enjoy more. Those who don't know you so far, this is going to be very interesting for them to learn with the logics. So again, I would say that coming up with the slide itself is like a crash course, and it makes more sense to learn logically and scientifically what is the logic behind. So sir, thank you again. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And I shall look forward to see you again in future, because I always have, just like you said in the first segment, I have a lot of whys, so we can cover up the other whys in the other segments. But it was a pleasure and an honor, sir, to have you on my channel.
Okay, thank you very much, Shamanji.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.